This is Marie, and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot. Today we're going to be talking about Trump's visit to East Palestine, Ohio. It took place a few days ago, and I want to take a quick look with the cards to see what else they wanted, what insight the cards wants to share about that particular visit. Um, Now, before we get started, guys, thank you so much to my current subscriber, to my potential new subscriber on my YouTube, Rumble, um, and BitChute channel. You guys are appreciated. I appreciate the views. You know it. I love the love and the attention. I want to drive traffic. So thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. So for those interested, today I'm going to be using the Astrometrics Tarot. Pretty cool deck, very contemporary. And so um, just a quick recap. A few, maybe a week or two ago, or maybe more, 3 weeks ago, there was a derailment, a train derailment that caused a chemical spill. And that chemical spill has caused a lot of damage to the community. The government tried to clean it, to do a cover-up by burning, and then that made things even worse. And as a result of that, there has been a lot of devastation. Now, since that spill occurred in East Palestine, Ohio, the government, the Biden crew have not tried or extended any help or support whatsoever until Trump decided, sent a message that he was going to go a few days ago, and he went. And as soon as he announced, he made the announcement of his intention of going, FEMA said that they were going to provide support. That was only until Mr. T appeared in the picture. So Mr. T came. A lot of people were happy, supported. It was like a big red pill moment for a lot of people. I was shocked and surprised to see people on Twitter that said that they were never a Mr. T fan until his presence at the site where it occurred in Ohio. So this became a big red pill moment. Obviously, the media tried to cover it up, because Biden decided to go to Ukraine instead. But a lot of people are waking up even more so. So I wanted to see what the cards want to share about this big red pill moment, because it was. Because whether you want to say that Trump was an opportunist, was being opportunistic, using the moment to his favor to, go out there, or whether it was about the campaign or whether it was a photo op, the thing of the matter is that he went, and Biden did not. Now, yes, he did send Pete Buttigieg, but he only came after Trump has went and left. By the time that he came around, he went early, to my understanding. Like he visited the site at 6 o'clock in the morning, so that to avoid the locals. You cannot make this up. I mean, if this is a movie, and it's such a bad scripted movie at this point, to have the contrast so sharp for everybody to see, how one president cares and how another. I mean, it's so obvious. I'm just curious to see what the cards wants to say about this, because it has to be at this point, because there's no PR is gonna say that what Biden did was cool. I mean, there's no way that you have to wait 3 weeks and it doesn't look like Biden is coming. So Trump basically came and saved the day and boost morale. And so what else the cards was to share? This is, yeah. I'm very intrigued. Cards. The first card is Wheel of Fortune. So we're asking, so what else the card was to say? Eight of Wands. Situation. Judgment. In the past. Strength for present. Hangman. Potential outcome. Page of Cups. Further clarification. The Nine of Cups. Further clarification. Now the first thing that I've noticed, if you look at those cards, Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, Strength, and the Hangman are major arcana. The rest are minor arcana. There's a lot of big messages that the universe really want to emphasize on. And the first one is the Wheel of Fortune. So to answer what else that message, Trump's presence signified. So that was the universe wanted to share that this was a signal. A change is coming, that things are about to change around in a big way, because every time that you see a major arcana like Trump cards, like these, it's overemphasizing, it's coming down in a big way, that change is coming, unexpected change. Wheel of Fortune, like suddenly out of nowhere things will just flip around, and this is what the Wheel of Fortune represent. And then the so to answer the question, so Trump's presence, I think that things are changing. Either we're moving into a new chapter of the plan, quote unquote, or something's about to turn around 380 degrees. The second card that came around is the Eight of Wands. Now every time you see wands, it's about passion, it's about motivation, it's about what drives you. And when you see Eight of Wands, it means traveling of sorts, or things are progressing. So clearly Trump went there, he traveled there to visit the people, and not only to pay attention, because this is about things can align. We see all those wands that they're aligning, going in the same direction. I think all of that was a signal for everybody to pay attention to a lot of things simultaneously. That first, we're under attack. All those food processing plants, all those infrastructures, because that was not the first derailment. While that spill was occurring, there were other derailment that was occurring in North Carolina or South Carolina, but there were other derailments that occurred while the toxic chemical spill occurred in East Palestine, Ohio. His presence really wanted everybody to pay attention to all of these things happening simultaneously. And also, the government, the current government, the Joe administration, they were not present. For 3 weeks, they disappeared. Nothing was said. It is until all this time have passed that he decided, okay, if nobody's stepping up, I think I should, because that's what a true leader does. So I think all of these things layered simultaneously. Whoever was paying attention saw what really was happening. That people were left, whether once a president is elected, it doesn't matter whether that a group of people in whatever region voted for them or not. When a new president came about, they rallied the troop. They said, you know what, yes, I know I was probably not the president that you wanted for your region, but I'm here to help everybody. But that was not the sense that was conveyed through this action. So Trump wanted everybody to see this. So all of those messages, all of those people was keenly aware of what was happening. So that's for the situation. Recent past, Judgment. So the longer they were taking to respond, the longer that was red pilling people, the government, the Joe government. was taking to respond, and it became like this this awakening moment for a lot of people. The Judgment card, again, is a Trump card. It's overemphasizing something that a lot of people got Jesus come moment, or really had a big awakening. It's kind of like a soul deep moment that really shook your foundation. A lot of people were like, got out of their stupor, like literally, you know, um, woke up from their stupor or their. So a lot of people woke up. Trump visit itself, and Biden not visiting. So strength to represent the current situation. So his visit showed strength, because it shows that, a leader is able to lead. He was not cowering, and he came to be there for his people. It showed that he was not afraid. So that was also another message. The fact that Trump went to visit, it shows what the reader represents. Somebody that's courageous, somebody that, and again, it's a major arcana. I mean, it really took a big impact, made a big impression on the people in the community, surrounding towns, and people who was watching it. That Trump is strong, he is courageous, he's not afraid, and also there for the people, because that's what a leader, that's what a leader is. Somebody who shows up. And that strength card, I think, is such a perfect representation of this whole thing. And potential outcome, the Hangman, again, another major arcana. So the universe really want to drive this point home. This is gonna make a lot of normie people who have not really been paying attention, now they are, and that's putting them in a very uncomfortable situation. The Hangman, you see him yoga position, upside down, the blood is rushing through his brain, and it's forcing him. When you're in an uncomfortable situation, looking at things in a different perspective, it gives you a different type of wisdom, because it's as if like, oh, I'm in an uncomfortable situation, I actually have to look things from another perspective. So yeah, you're trying to empathize. So being in an uncomfortable position, looking at things from different perspectives. So it's forcing a lot of people who have not woken up yet to really see things in a very uncomfortable, in a different position, and it's forcing them to really think things through, because you see this card is enlightenment at the end, and that's what Buddhist yogi masters were about, meditating. But this person is not meditating in the proper way, it's a different way, and it's forcing all the blood to rush through his brain, and it's forcing him to see things in a different perspective. And that's what's happening right now. It's a major red pill moment for a lot of people. And another clarification is the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is usually a message. So a lot of people on an emotional level, so all page are messages, and usually that Page of Cups is usually about a message, or a person who's idealistic. I think on an emotional level, people is getting that message, because actions sometimes speak louder than word, or pictures speaks a lot of a picture speak 1,000 words, or there's a better saying for that, but I cannot remember it right now. So on an emotional level, people are starting to get it. People are starting to come on board. Okay, maybe Trump is not as bad as we think he is, or something to that effect. So people, or a lot of people, the fact that Trump went to Ohio really changed his perspective about him, and that was a big deal. So clearly, I'm sure a lot of people reflected and agreed with that sentiment, because that person got a lot of views and got a retweets and so forth. And I think because of that, a lot of people are starting to wake up, because this card is a wish card, desire card. Usually that card, it's a beautiful card in itself, that your wish is going to come true, your desire is going to come true. But in this particular sense, being right next to the hangings, and not only people waking up, uh, uh, you know, spiritually and intellectually, they're logically they're coming to terms that, okay, there's, you know, maybe Trump is not that bad guy, and maybe, you know, he does want America first. A lot of people are being pleasantly surprised by his presence, and by, you know, the big contrast between, you know, Trump and Biden. And because of that, this is, if everybody is feeling the same way, that feeling is going to echo. So, wow. So that's interesting. I'm going to put 2 more cards. So Temperance and Hierophant. So Temperance card is about, you know, finding balance, and Hierophant is about expressing. So I think as more people are waking up, getting uncomfortable, they're gonna be integrating or being welcome into the movement, and they're gonna want to express their dislike toward what's happening right now. So it's basically, this was basically a signal to show that, okay, if Biden is a bad guy, Trump is a good guy, and this is basically like a campaign to get more people to his side. And I think it was achieved, and it was won. So, wow, that's pretty cool. The universe always have an interesting way of putting things. Thank you guys for sticking with me to the end of this video. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.